Hi, it's Heidi with Whips and Kits here on YouTube, Flosstube, and on Instagram as well. Today is March 4th, and I filmed last in January, I believe. I tried to get in to film by February, but it's been crazy. Had a zillion appointments, and between my dad and my son and me and my husband, I didn't get to film, so that's okay. And watching my grandbaby, I had my grandbaby this past weekend, Ren, and sassy as a minx. Then my daughter's in New York with her husband, so we had her for these past 2 days, and then my husband's in-laws have her now until, or not my husband's in-laws, my daughter's in-laws have Ren until they come back on Wednesday. So share and share alike, but it's very hard with her and a 13-year-old. So yeah, bye-bye Ren, bye-bye Ren. I was happy that I had her for a couple of days, and then I'm always happy to see her go. You know, that's the way grandparenting is. It's wonderful, wonderful. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you, whole bunch of stuff. I'm so excited, and I think I'll jump into whips first. Last time, I am bound and determined now that I'm going to figure out how to edit YouTube videos. So I'm going to take a class on Skillshare to see how you do it. I have no clue how you edit videos, and my friend's like, just look it up, just Google it. This is the Sassy Minx Phoebe at Moonshine Stitchery, but what am I? How much older am I? I'm 16 years older than her, and in that gap, there is Googling it and figuring it out, and then my brain, how my brain works. So there's no Googling for this one. I have to watch a show. Okay, so this is Red Deer Sampler, and this is how far I've gotten. Isn't that incredible? I've got the whole bottom row of flowers in the border. Got all the letters in the border. I've got the giant motif in the center almost done. I just need to fill in that one flower, as you can see, and the flower next to the middle tiny red flower. Look at this. This center flower has been the favorite, this flower urn has been the favorite thing I've stitched in quite some time. I just could not stop. I told Kim Goldman, the Contented Stitcher Kim, that I was going to finish this in January, and she laughed at me, and I thought, I'm going to get it done. No, Heidi did not get it done. No, between all the stuff that I had going on. So this is my first whip, and I did put it down because I had some other things to start. This is the finished Red Deer Sampler by GGR. This is the original. So yeah, I'll be picking this up very soon. This is my focus piece until I get it done. So that's that whip. I'm just going to throw them on the floor here. And then the most recent thing I've worked on is I joined the group on Instagram for, I'm going to find the cover chart, Ever Happy Bee. That is a chart, little needle roll, I believe you call it, by Dawn, Collector with a Needle. Dawn, what's Dawn's last name? Starts with H, I believe. I don't remember, Dawn, I'm so sorry. It's an English sewing roll interpretation, but it is so cute. Ronigan, is that her last name? I'm sorry, I apologize. So anyway, we're working on this. I mean, again, with the same thing with the Googling things, I can't figure this out on my own. I'm just not gifted in that way. And there's a lot of instructions like count down this much, and then you're going to put your basting lines in, and then count and do another basting line for a ½ inch, and then count more and do a basting line. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot of counting. And then you have to do 3 little lines on the side, your side markers, and a 1/4 inch fold marker, or a 1/8 inch, I don't know, fold, and then a 1/4 inch cut. So you got to mark everything out. This is the floss. And I worked on this during our call. We did a Zoom call this weekend. And it was so ever so fun. I think these two have their shirts are the wrong pink. For some reason, the chart doesn't have correct between the charting in the 103s. For some reason, we have different numbers. So anyway, I think if it looks okay, I'll keep it in, but I might have to pull that out, the pink, and stitch it over again, but that's okay. It's not all that much stitching, and pulling 103s is super easy. And gosh, the coverage is so great on this fabric. I don't even know what it is. It looks like a 37 or a 38 count legacy linen or something is what it looks like to me. But I'm so incredibly excited to be working on this with people, and I like just to tackle something new. It comes with a little silk ribbon around the end to finish it, and it's going to be double-sided, and it's gonna be, well, it's going to be great. Or is it 2 of them? I think there's an inside and an outside, guys. So anyway, I'm excited to be working with people on this because I was honestly very confused. So, and I know I'm not the only one. So I'm very excited that I worked on that. And then there were a couple of projects that I started that I forgot in my 12 and 12, which ended up being like 7 and 12, 7 and 24, because I'm terrible at stopping projects that I worked on that I forgot to tell you that I started. This one that I started is so cool. This is the Alexanders of Lintrothen. I got the PDF of this. This is the greatest chart known to mankind. And I got the Roxy Floss Co. conversion done by Trixie Tricycle. And are they ever gorgeous? Oh my gosh. I just love them so incredibly much. I love Roxy Floss Co. I belong to their monthly neutrals club, and I love it. Every time the floss comes, I'm just in love. And I'm stitching it on 40 count vintage buttercream by Lakeside Linen. And this is my start. It's huge. It's a fine start. I'm very pleased with the start. It's a mighty stiff piece of vintage buttercream. I gotta say that, but I don't mind it for this project. It's a little tiny project, so it's just fine. Then I also started, well, is there anything else I started that I forgot to tell you about? Oh yeah, I thought there is one more. Yes. Oh no, I told you about this. But it's a whip. And it's still in the hoop. Sorry. Gotta get it out of the hoop. Terrible at leaving things in the hoop. But this is one that I come back to quite often. So It's okay. You're okay. You're fine. And this is Birds of a Feather Happy Hearts sampler. And this is how far I've gotten on this. I had to rip the B out because it looked stupid. I'm making my own letters for this. Inventing my own letters. So, I had to rip that out and do it over again because it looked really dumb. Isn't it so pretty? I love this guy. After I finish with it, I think I will send it on the rounds so other people can stitch it. But I did spend a lot of money on it. So I did spend, well, not that much, 40 bucks on this, but I'll spend it for something that I really, 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 really want. And I really wanted to stitch this. I fell in love with it when I saw somebody else stitching it. So yeah. And I'm stitching this on such a pretty piece of linen, Seraphim Dusty Road. Really pretty. And I started something else. I'm just a starting maniac. I just start whatever I want now. I'm like, I want to start it. Okay. I love this chart. On Prudence. Paulette Stewart, Plum Street Samplers. Look at how pretty that is. This is my kind of stitching. It's tons of pink. And I'm stitching it on pink. These are the flosses. It's Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. And I'm stitching it on persimmon, I think. Yeah, 40 count persimmon. I fiber on a whim. And look at that. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to see how it would look on that. And look at how glorious those greens look on this linen. I'm sorry, you can't really see it there, can you? I'll put it closer. So pretty. This is what it looks like back here, the linen color. The one side is a little more brown than the other. And the top is a little less brown than the bottom. So I went with the top more. But it's going to be big, so it will drift down to the bottom. But I wanted it to start there. I love it. I can't wait to get back to it. So I started that. And I've done that for a tidge. And then last floss tube, I mentioned that I had started this, gotta find the cover, Atget Virlandi sampler on a small count. This I started on, I dyed it myself, 5363 from Legacy Linen, Castor Sugar, and I dyed it gray. Well, I watched Reese came back and I watched her floss tube. And let me tell you, she said that she stitched on 56 count with a tiny hoop, and that really, really helped. So that's what I did. I got out my tiny little hoop, and that really, really helped. So I'm just going to stitch this on a tiny hoop. I don't have to put it in a frame or put it, you know, I can just stitch it in a tiny, tiny hoop, which really, really helps. So yeah. I am going to do it because I did enjoy stitching on this a lot more in a very small hoop, not a big hoop. So thank you, Reese, for that suggestion. And I loved it. It worked. Because I like stitching small. But I don't like stitching with magnification. And I generally don't need magnification when I stitch on 56 count. And I didn't want to do that, you know. And then I have another one. I'm not going to take this off the hoop because I have it. It's just, it's all right there. This is Teresa Koget's Hometown Sal. Look at all the houses. That's going to be so fun. I'm stitching this. This is what I'm going to be stitching on tonight because I need to finish it by the 15th. Here's my start. This is where I kitted this up with over-dyed floss from my collection. And I'm very happy with it so far. Very happy. The only thing I'm worried about is my red color. I picked, I think I talked about this last time. I'm just not sure I want to go with this. I picked black cherry for the darker red for $38.57, and I think I want to go with something less jarring, less red. I want to go with something more muted. So I'm gonna look at some Belle Soie that I have, and from Classic Colorworks, and see if I can pick something else out that matches better to $38.57 and is a little more muted and prim than black cherry. It just doesn't seem like it would go as well. So that's what I worked on there, and I got a little more done. And then one more start, and then I have my other two big whips. I just randomly decided to start Winter Rose Manor, and I'm stitching it on 36 count Brenda's Brew. That is the linen that she says to use. And this is how far I am here. I hate this lighting. I usually film in natural light, but it's dark. So this is how far I got. You can see the little pink and white delineation, I believe. It's very faint delineation. I did change some of the flosses. You know, everyone's got to change the pink, by golly. So I changed the pink too. I was going to use conch, but then I saw this gorgeous pink from Histoire de Lin. Histoire de Lin. I don't know how to say it. This little, look at how blush pink that is, how light pink that is. It's gorgeous. And then I changed the yellow. I had the yellowest roasted marshmallow you've ever seen, and nobody wants yellow snow. So I'm using Nasi by Histoire de Lin. Histoire de Lin. I love her overdyes. They're so gentle. There's nothing harsh about them. They're so classy and good. So there's the difference between the pink and the cream. Very little difference, but on that Brenda's Brew, it looks so beautiful. I'll try to show again here with this out of the way. Yeah, that's better. I love it. That Palomino is my jam. That Weeks Palomino for that variegated window panes, I just cannot stop. I love it so much. You guys, don't you ever just wish you could stitch day and night and day and night? I do. I know I do. I just wish I could stitch forever until my neck broke and, well, not till my neck broke, but I love it so much, so much. And I just want to start everything and keep going on everything and stitch forever and buy all the things. So anyway, that is Winter Rose Manor. Is that the right? Yes, that's correct. Put this up here. This place is getting messy. I gotta put this in here. Sorry, guys. You have to clean up. And then my husband and my daughter bought me for Mother's Day, anniversary, everything this year that I will ever celebrate gift of a Mark II floor stand from Evertote. Oh my gosh. And I thought, what if I don't love it? That is a buttload of money to spend on something if you're not going to love it. But I love it. I love it. So I bought two 30-inch scroll rod sets. My husband's going to make me more, but I bought two 30s. Well, one comes with it, and then I bought another one. So this is how I'm going to show it, because you have to stitch your linen on these, which I don't mind, because I'm not taking these anyplace, you know. These are projects that I don't take my silk floss out and about. For this project, it's just too huge and it's too beautiful, and I do not want to ruin it. So here is where I'm at right now on Eleanor Parr. This is Eleanor Parr. I got this bird done this last time. Look at this birdie. She's so pretty. Oh my God, this project is so glorious. This was my Christmas present last year. This project with Gloriana Silks from the Attic Needlework. This bird has so many flosses in it, as does this bird. But there is nothing prettier than this project that I work on. Nothing. I will never get sick of it. Maybe I will. Who knows? With all the birds, you know. But it's just so pretty. I just don't ever get sick of doing it, you know. So I love it. This is one of the projects that is worthy of scroll rods. I know I could buy the other, I think a millennial frame will go on here, but they're like a bazillion more dollars, you know, and I don't want to have 60,000 frames. So I'm going to have my husband build me more scroll rods. He's very handy and he can do it. Let me see. Did you want to see the silks? I think you've already seen them. I don't know where they went. Anyway. Oh, here they are. Okay. These are the beautiful silks. They are just sumptuous. And I just love them. There will never be a project as dear as this, I swear. This is so dear to me. I can't wait to work on it every time I work on it. And then the other project that I put on scroll rods is this new BAP that we started from, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot where I put I don't know where I put the cover. Charlotte Warrington is what it is. Ooh, it's starting to thunder out there. Charlotte. I brought her in here. Anyway, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know where it is. Charlotte Warrington. And it's the big project from the Facebook group, Historic Stitches, I think, or something. I'll put it down below. And you can only order it until March 6th. And I would never miss out on this. That's so pretty. I think you've all seen it on various channels. So I'll show you where I am on this. You have to get, this month our goal is to, I'm doing the sale. As long as I keep up with it. I'm not very good at keeping up with those. So I stitched it. It's the Mason linen, and I'm using 46 count. I'm working on 46 count. This is the first page, down to there and over to there on both sides where the border, the green, yellow, and red border goes to. That is page 1. So I'm doing really well on page 1, but it's going to be a lot. 2 pages a month. Holy cow. And I'm not a monogamous stitcher, so I doubt I'll keep up. I just have so many things that I want to work on, but I'm trying anyway. So I think the first 4 months you have to work on 2 pages each time. And hopefully that's just that it's easy pages. These don't have, there's a lot of space between each one. So I think it'll be okay to do that. So that's Charlotte Warrington. And I'm working on her with my own, I bought the DMC because I didn't want to buy all the weeks because I have a lot of overdyed floss. So I wanted to use some of my own. So I am using a bunch of different ones. Like this is, I'm not going to use grits for this. I mean, this is perfectly wonderful. The DMC, the 3860 for this. And then like espresso bean for 33.71. And then I have a Histuata lean for another one. And then slate for another. And here's a mystery gold for this one. And Roxy Floss Co. is in there. Coloring Cotton is in there. But the things that I did use were the yellow. So the curry is the yellow. And it's so, these curry that I got are so beautifully variegated. And then Red Rocks, which doesn't have much variegation, but it has a little. I did buy the Red Rocks, and I bought the Lily Pad. Because I don't have, and I had one sage, so I bought another sage. And I didn't have a good sub for Yukon Gold, so I bought that as well. But I don't have 5 of overdyed cotton around, and I didn't want to use the DMC. I just like variegated floss. So I'm using Carriage Black for the 310. And look at this beautiful rust from Roxy Floss Co. for 400. I don't care, it's a little off. It's pretty close, and it just looks perfect. I just love it. And I had one for $7.39 too. Oh, and look at this for $8.07, Curacao by Histuata Lean. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love floss too. Weirdo. Okay, so that is my whips. Now I want to go through kits, things that I kitted up too. Have you guys ever, this is for Mary Carr, I think. No, not Mary Carr. Lucy. Mary Lucy, you know, Lucy Calcutt. I bought a big bag of, I went through my stash too, because you can see some of these are pretty old. I have some old stash for Miss Lucy Calcutt. And have you ever bought floss though for something and then you forgot what it's for? Yeah, I am constantly doing that. So here I have a bag of something over here, and I have no idea what I got the floss for. It's a huge bag of floss. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. Huge bag of DMC. Oh, and I'm like, what did I buy it for? I don't know. I don't know, but I know it's for something because I had it in a bag, all just sitting there in a bag. Please tell me that happens to you. I'm supposed to label it. I'm supposed to put a label in here and say, yeah, this is what this is for, but I didn't do it, so I'm trying to match stuff up. It's something big. It's got to be like, and I thought it was Anton Uffendell, but it's not. But I don't know where hers went, you know, because this is Miss Lucy Calcutt for sure. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to know if I'm the only one. This, I just kitted up, and I want to start it immediately. I think I already talked about this though, so I won't bore you with it, but I'm going to stitch it on 46 count parchment, and that is this. This is also scroll worthy. I want to start this MT 1810 by GGR. And I did the same thing for this, as I got all of my overdyes and some DMC and kitted it up with that. Like when it doesn't matter, 712, who cares, right? You're not going to find a good thing for 712. 733 is so pretty. I didn't want to find a substitute for that. I love that green. And then instead I'm using Cherub for the flowers instead of just a peach DMC. So I'm really excited about that. And then I also kitted up because I saw somebody stitched it on Flosstube. I forget who. This. Sarah Levy. Look how not impressed. I mean, you can still tell this is really pretty. Stitched, this is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So I can't wait to stitch this. And I have just a random piece of, I think this is Vintage Buttercream by, it looks like a 32 count as well. A Vintage Buttercream for this. Or maybe it's Maritime White. No, I think it's Buttercream. I swear. So yeah, so I kitted her up, and I want to start that immediately, if not sooner. There's just a couple of DMC, and then the rest are overdyed cottons. And then the big project that I want to kit up, I was watching a Canadian floss tuber. She is so good, and I had this chart and I love it so much, and I want to stitch it. It is, I don't have a picture of it either, but she did a great, and I'll put her name below. You guys, I am terrible with names, and I don't remember her name. Is it Teresa or, oh, I'm so terrible. Connie? I don't know. But it's Peacock Tapestry by Teresa Wentzler. And she just went into great detail about how you kit up your, I really want to give her credit down below because she really inspired me to want to start this project, because I had it and I thought, oh, if I want to do anything, Teresa Wentzler, it is Peacock Tapestry for sure. Oh my gosh, I love it. The floss is incredible. The floss amount that you have to get. It's ginormous. I've already got some hanging because I went through my whole stash of full cover that I'm probably never going to do again. Went through my whole stash of that. And then I have a big old piece of linen. I think this is a 28 or a 30 count piece of linen. This is from my Aunt Laura. Yeah, it's 30 count. She has it notated right there. I'm going to dye this. A little bit of tan modeling on there, not a great amount, just a little bit of tan modeling on there, and put this on my scroll frame. And then she's so smart that she, I mean, you have to make your own floss tags for this, or hang tags or whatever. Unless you have watched her show and she tells you to buy these Adam Hart cross stitch thread blends, floss hangers. They come with these little dots that you can mark what what flosses are on there. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. I was excited to start it just because of those floss drops. I bought 100 of those, and I cannot wait to blend floss and stitch this Teresa Wentzler. I can't wait. I can't wait. And I have to show you, I accidentally ordered, I love to kit stuff up so much, you guys. I have over 100 projects kitted up. Look at this. I bought this from Amazon. This is what I punched holes in these and use these for floss drops. You think I have enough? Yeah. That's my probably... I bought smaller ones than this before. They come in pack of 6. Well, these are the... oh my gosh, how many are in here? Sally Fashion is what they are from Amazon. And I think these are like 500. Yeah. But I didn't want to punch that many holes in, and this looked so cool. So I just bought that from Adam Hart Cross Stitch. What a deal. So yeah. So that was something that I bought. And then I also kitted up the other ones that I want to stitch, every opening flower, because I started Rose Manor, and I'm going to stitch that on Flannel Flower by Fox and Rabbit, which I love. Everything goes perfectly on here. If I did a little floss toss, it'll look so great on there. But I didn't want to do it on, I didn't want to stitch Winter Rose Manor on this because it's of the snow and, you know, it just, the snowflakes wouldn't have showed up really good on it. So Brenda's Brew is perfect for that. But I have to use linen that I have. I can't just keep buying linen, you know? Yeah. And I love Flannel Flower. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so now it's time for haul. This is by any means not, you know how I am. I've talked to you about how I am with haul, and I am pathetic, okay? So, yeah. I have probably one of the greatest, I love my L&S here in Madison, Wisconsin, Lynn's of Madison. I really like it a lot. And I went there, I go there for all my lakeside because they have tons of lakeside. But, you know, I don't just buy lakeside there. They have Fox and Rabbit, they have R&R, they have everything that you would ever want. They have Picture This Plus, they have Stephanie, Fabrics by Stephanie, Seraphim, all of it. They have non-name brand, they have Ada, I just love their selection. But I asked them last time I went, I asked for vintage pear, and Lynn laughed and she said, we haven't seen that in years. So when I went in there this last time and I found 40 count pear, vintage pear, you best believe I bought this Toot Sweet. There is something that I want to stitch on this and I forget what it is, but I'm going to look that up. And there's something that's stitched on vintage pear and I really wanted to stitch it. But anyway, I love this linen. It is so gorgeous. Look at the modeling, the subtle modeling on this piece of linen. It is just beautiful. This is not just scrunched and stuffed in a vat, you know? This modeling is subtle and beautiful. And that's what Lakeside Linen has that I think is so gorgeous. Is the modeling is so gentle and classy, and so people say, is Lakeside really that great? Well, you know, it's linen. It's not, yeah, it's really good. But I love the modeling on this linen. It's just very good, and you know what you get with this, you know? It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. And as I'm looking, they're like, hey, how about 20% off on 36 count Lakeside Vintage Sand Dune? Yes, please. So Lynn's of Madison is the place to go. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Vintage sand dune is so pretty. So you best believe I bought a half of this too. My husband was disgusted. It's like, what are you doing? Because you should see the linen room. It's heinous. But I don't have Lakeside just sitting around in there, you know? I dye some of my own linen. I love all linen. I'm an equal opportunity linen purchaser. But when I saw Vintage Pair, I went a little nuts, and then I saw 20% off, and I went even more nuts. I bought this because I want to stitch this real bad. This is Threadwork Primitives Christmas Fruit Basket. And I'm going to save that for last. I bought this twice. So my friend Phoebe, who I love, my friend Phoebe, I'm going to give her the other one of this because this is a cardboard one. Got this cardboard one. Whenever you get a cardboard Prairie Schooler, you're like, yeah. Yeah, Anita's Little Stitches. Anita Little Stitches. I love that shop for their floss assortment. They're lightning fast with their stuff, you know. And then I got this gorgeous beast. Oh my gosh. I went to Country Sampler and I saw this, that it was coming out. I was talking to Christy and she showed me this, the new Threads of History Club. Mary Napier. Look at this. I watched Laura and Brenda, and Laura started this toot suite as well, and she did not like it on her cocoa linen, but oh my gosh, I love this cocoa linen. Look at that beauty. Yes, this looks so old school to me, and look at these colors on there. I love it. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Just wait till you get down to that eyelet stitches. Oh, it's going to look glorious. And that house, it's going to be great. And then we go from Threads of History Club, their $100 kit, to Temu. I got this at Temu, you guys. I had to see what it was about. Look at this. Isn't that cool? I'm stitching it. Oh, that's upside down. Okay, I'm sorry for this crinkle business. It's hideous. But look at this. Now that's pretty. It's on the ugliest fabric you'll ever see in your life. But I don't care. Who cares? It was $11. Look at this. You best believe I'm doing it. I love it. Came with English instructions too. You stitch it with 3 threads. I'm so excited. You bet I'm stitching it. And this is the kind of fabric you dunk it in water and it disappears. Who knows if it does. This looks super fun. Yeah, it looks totally arts and crafts. It came with DMC. All the DMC that you could ever want. So I've got to, cut this down and floss drop it. And then instructions. Look at that. That's going to be fun. I'm starting it all. And it came with these beautiful, I don't know what this is. This is, I don't know what that is. This is a thread, needle threader. But what's this ball for? I don't know. So I'm excited to start my Temu cross stitch project. That's for sure. And then I saw this on Laura and Brenda too. This is Little Robin Designs Santa and Mrs. Santa. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to stitch those guys on 32 count. Needle and flax. What is it? Nirvana, 90s Nirvana. Here's the floss. Isn't that cute? Mrs. Claus. I got this whole skein of silver, of gray, aged pewter. Well, I already had it. For her 2 blades on her ice skates. So, yeah. I just thought they're so cute. I love vintage Santas, too. So I got that. When I went to Country Sampler, this is what I bought. Oops. Stop it. Sorry. Winter Moon, 40 count, Salt Bush kit. I couldn't resist. I thought, well, you could just wait until it comes out. And I'm like, I can't wait. So I'm gonna start this. She's all there. Floss dropped. Can't wait to start that. And then, I don't know if I showed this. I bought Winter Wonderland. I don't have this. Is it newer? I think so. And then I don't have this. I bought Spring Moon by Plum Street. And I just saw these and I just loved it. I don't know where I saw them, but they're so cute. Flora McSamples 2014 stockings. Lizzie Kate. I love mini stockings. I've never stitched a one, but I love them. Love buying them. And then I got these from Sassy Jack's. My beloved's gift. This is so pretty. But there's like barely, I mean, it's really complicated. I don't think I'll ever stitch it, but I love this pattern. I love that. And then I bought Hannah Coates. 1848 from Sassy Jack's too. And then the last thing I bought was right from the Scarlet Letter. I just bought right from her site. She charges $5 for shipping, so it's really easy. Is this needlework panel of fruit tree with 2 animals. Very excited about this. This is my kind of chart, I tell you that. I'm going to use the Avera swap, but I don't want to buy them all at once. It's so expensive. So I just bought a few. I started at the top and went down and just bought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 colors. And then the next time I buy, I'll buy another 5 or something, and just until I have them all. And because I already have started a unicorn, a badger, a rabbit, and a goat. I already have that one started, so I don't need to start anything else. And I think that's it for my Flosstube goodness today. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves. Thank you. Bye.